Yes, people, it's Turvin Studio _ Magic, uploading you the best of the best part videos on GTA and Red Dead Online and lots more as well. Just please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe below. Also, if you want more content upload, just leave a comment below for me and let me know what you think. But one thing is, I wouldn't like it if you leave this video without watching or without subscribing and leaving a like, because if you do, I'll be kicking you off just like that. Yes, guys. Now click that link below now and subscribe and follow me for more updates. So guys, watch this. So today we'll be looking at the Bogdan problem, which is the Doomsday Act2. With your friend, all you need to do is give him 85% and then you keep 15%. Well, you can only reduce yourself to 15%. And click that like button and follow for more. Now, so once that's done, you just make sure you've got your Seashark or an helicopter from Pegasus, and also make sure that you've also called out an armored vehicle before you start the mission. Now once you have all this, now you could try it the first way or the second way. It doesn't matter what level of your character, as long as you've got the facility, you can do this. Now the ways to do it, as long as you go either Seashark, which is the cheapest option, or you get another part, which is a helicopter, which is way much easier and better. So I'll be showing you the method with an helicopter, but I would also be putting out pointers for the Seashark. Now let's call Pegasus.
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help you?
So calling Pegasus, that's for the Seashark. The Seashark will be located on your minimap right at the Paleto Bay Harbor. Now your friend needs to go to pick the Seashark and basically follow you into the ocean. Now if you're gonna call Pegasus for an helicopter,
hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help?
the nearest point
Thank you, sir.
will
Your
be
spectacular aircraft is now ready for you at our nearest airfield.
your airfield. Basically is just by the police station, and you would have your chopper waiting for you. So while the air team is getting a chopper, the water team basically picks up the Stromberg and drives into the ocean. If you look into the minimap, you would see the air team is on the chopper and the Stromberg, which is the water team, is in the Stromberg. Now look at the map and then you see the yellow point. The yellow point changes, pointing straight ahead. By this time, the air team should approach or should be approaching the yellow point. Now they can see that on their minimap, but you can see that you should make sure that they are already in the air before you get to the yellow mark. Now that yellow mark must not disappear because it's very important that they are waiting. The air team is waiting for you at the yellow mark inside the ocean. So that would avoid that would basically make the glitch work. Now once the air team is in chopper above you and you can see the person on the minimap, you just need to approach the yellow dot, which is your destination point, which the submarine. And basically same thing also applies to the Seashark. Before you get to the yellow point, before it disappears, the Seashark needs to be above you, or the helicopter needs to be above the water team inside the ocean. Both of you must be in the same position for this glitch to work. If you are not, then the game will glitch on you. You will find the choppers coming towards you. You have to make sure the air team could also look at the minimap and make sure that they see this marker, like an indoor marker for the water team. So basically, once the water team approach the submarine, now this is very important. You just need to use an assault shotgun. Your clothes will change regardless. You can't help this. This is the default clothes you'll be given. You have to choose an assault shotgun. Make sure you've also got the extended mag, because you're gonna need to spray a lot of bullets, and you don't want to get stuck while shooting. Make sure while you're killing them, just keep shooting, empty the mag, and make sure you see the 25 basically RP, the reward come off every NPC. Now if you get this place right, you probably will be fine and you get used to it. It just takes a amount of time. A guy walks out of there, you take him out, and then you make your way downstairs. From this point, make your way downstairs and take your left. You don't want to take a right, take a left. Now, so while the water team is taking care of its side of the bargain, the air team just needs to just wait and be patient. Just wait there. Don't do anything. Just wait right there. Now, the water team needs to make sure they go to the left side, and I find it easier to bring out your interaction menu and get some snacks while you're shooting and aiming. That way it helps you replenish your health, especially if you've got a lower level, which you probably have not got strong you've not got a strong health spam. So this is very vital. Do not take once you come down the second stairs, don't take the left, you're taking the right. So basically the first stairs is the left, the second stairs is the right. Once you've done that, take out the guy above you, and there's no one going to come to you yet. Now, once you target the insider, there's a guy that glitches here. It's been fixed. All you just need to do is shoot around, but avoid shooting the gas when you're close to it. Now, once you shoot the gas, let it explode. That way, it prevents that glitch. There's a guy that comes down that it respawns right in front of you. But once you blow up this gas, it respawns above the top deck, so he doesn't come down anymore. So you know that you've locked him up there, and there's a guy that is always straight ahead, right? You could ignore him, or you could try and shoot him, or just leave him. Now he's not going to chase after you, but this guy right here would be waiting for you upstairs. Just take him out on your right hand side. He's going to be in the kitchen, or it's going to be coming out the kitchen. Just take him out, don't rush into the kitchen. Now this is the other way you can do it. You could either just not blow up the gas. This guy will come, just aim at him. Don't shoot him, because you can shoot him if you get him, but if not, just leave him alone. Now, the one above of you would be locked in the kitchen because he knows you're coming. Then you take him out. Now, just don't waste time. Just keep on spraying. Just keep on shooting around so that he doesn't respawn on you surprisingly. Now that's the door I actually not to go to. So basically there's the first left and the first right. Now first stairs is the left, and then second stairs is the right. Now once you're up the stairs, you basically just need to get your cameras out and take the picture of the computers, and then send to Lester. Now once you've done that, you just need to just wait right there, close to the deck, and it will plug in Clifford. Once it's plugged in Clifford, then you have this guy talking. That's Bogdan talking. It's going to last a minute and a half. So You could watch it, or you could just as well, you know, well, you cannot skip it. You have to just listen to him play on for about a minute and 40 seconds. Now, the the air team needs to pay attention to what he's saying, because at the time when Clifford starts talking, the air team needs to basically return to the port, and that's the Paleto Bay the Paleto Bay anchor. So just needs to return back to the Paleto Bay and get into a Seashark. Now there will be a Seashark waiting, because either you call it before or you don't. Despite if you've got the helicopter, there will be a Seashark back this time, always there. But just as precaution, both of you could just get a Seashark, and one person calls a Seashark, the other person calls a helicopter. Now the air team just needs to drive down to back to the point where where the pickup was, and wait for the water team to come up. So once the water team is ready, water team just needs to get into the Seashark, and then you drive back to the helicopter. So you're still gonna need a Seashark, you're gonna need a helicopter, but this one appears there automatically. So you go back to the helicopter, and then you fly to the Avenger. Remember, we left the Avenger where it is. We didn't take it, because you have to. If you're taking the chopper, an helicopter from Pegasus, you don't need to take the Avenger. But if you do not have an helicopter with Pegasus, but you have a Seashark, yeah, that's fine. Call a Seashark, drive down to the port, use the Seashark, get an armored vehicle, or you could just use the Seashark and drive to the Avenger, call Seashark, fly the Avenger to the Paleto Bay anchor, and land it there, so that it's easy for you to have a pickup. I'm just gonna show you after this. Now this is basically using a method of a helicopter. If you use a method of a helicopter and a Seashark, an armor vehicle, well, whichever way you do it, this is much easier, because at this time the choppers would not even come to you. They would not even approach you until you got to the Avenger. But if you've taken the Avenger already to the Paleto Bay, they would approach the Avenger. So all you just need to do is make sure that you're far away from them into the ocean. If you're anywhere close, they will find you. Now, if you want to use the Avenger mode, all you just need to do is park the Avenger by the Paleto Bay, and then you drive the Seashark straight to the Avenger. Both of you get in. Now, anybody could drive, anybody could fly the Avenger. Basically, it could either be either the air team or the water team. Now, just know that whoever is flying the Avenger needs to land the Avenger on time for the host to glitch it out. Now, if you miss the point, you may probably fail the mission. Now, if you don't wait for the blue light to flash, there's gonna be a blue light that flashes. If you do not wait for it, you're gonna miss the point where you need to close your game, and your other team would not get, your friend basically would not get the money once you fail to switch off your game at the right time. Now, if you do everything right, everything goes on fine, all you just need to do is, whoever is landing the plane needs to land the plane perfectly. Now, by landing the plane, the Avenger, you need to make sure it's not scratching or eating onto any part of the walls or anything, because it's not going to load. So once the blue light flashes, the host needs to switch off the game and leave in just the other player in the game. Now, if the blue light flashes and you switch off correctly, everything will be fine. You will still get your game. But if you miss it, then there might be a bit of a problem. But if you get everything right, all you need to do is wait for your money, and you'll be paid fully. So it doesn't really matter how you do it or which way you do it, but to be honest, what you do need, however, is a Seashark or any helicopter. It could be a Frogger or a Buzzard from Pegasus, because you need to call Pegasus in between. Only Pegasus will work. Personal vehicles, you need an armored vehicle. It's optional for those that do not have a helicopter. Might need an armored vehicle. That way you can save yourself the trouble, and everything could be done under or less than 15 minutes. It doesn't really matter which facility you buy, but if it's the Paleto Bay facility, you would probably do it less than 15 minutes. Now, anything not apart from the Paleto Bay, you would need a bike to get there quicker, or a fast car. Now, to get there under 15 minutes, and you get paid. You get your money in your bank account, and make sure the host has switched off the game so you can replay this, but be careful while replaying it and don't get glitched out. Now for the host, you restart your game and make sure you spam R1 and L1. R1, L1, just keep tapping them randomly together until the screen glows white with the Rockstar logo. You must do this for it to clear the cache, or else you're going to lose the mission. If you notice you did not start pressing it at first, you just switch off the game again and then spam it before you load into the game. And once you've done that, load into story mode, and once your game is loaded into story mode, then you go online. Doesn't matter what session, public or solo session, as long as you load into the online gameplay. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Bye.